Welcome to this week's edition of the Recruiting Roundup. My name is Jared Cohen of pros2preps.com. I'm joined by our recruiting insider, Jason Jewell. This week we're going to be talking about some high school players that aren't being recruited quite as much, almost untapped resources, if you will. And the first one, Kenai Benoit out of Thunderbird. He's been one of the best running backs in the state, has totally turned their program around, but isn't receiving as many offers as we would think.
Very surprised. He only has 3 offers: Idaho, South Dakota State, and North Dakota. Shocks me that a kid that's 5'11", 190 pounds, runs 11 seconds in the 100 meters, is not really getting recruited all that much. Is a kid that's an every down back, can catch it out of the backfield, is big enough to run between the tackles, and has the speed to get to the edge. Shocked he doesn't have more offers yet.
He was big as a sophomore in the state championship game 2 years ago, had a great junior season. Senior year could be huge for him. Another running back out of Mountain Point, Trayshawn Favors, just as skilled maybe as Benoit, and has a lot of speed.
He's untapped because he basically didn't play much his junior year, was hurt, had a shoulder injury, has several FCS offers. You're talking about NAU, Western Illinois, North Dakota State, and North Dakota. But he ran a 4.35 this summer at a combine, and with a complete senior season, he's a kid that could completely blow up.
Now, let's go to the offensive line. A guy I know you're a big fan of, was wondering when the big offers was going to come his way. It finally did. Billy Nichols from Pinnacle, offensive lineman, first got his big offer just a couple weeks ago.
Was just offered by Utah. Huge offer for Billy. Before that was only being recruited by the Ivy League schools in Western Illinois. But he's a kid, he's 6'5", 250 pounds, runs a 4.8 in the 40. Completely, that's very, very fast. Great feet. Untapped potential, still raw. He's a kid also 4.5 GPA. So if I'm a big school, I'm taking a chance on a kid like that.
Billy Nichols, a very talented player out of Pinnacle, and he's blocks for quarterbacks. That's his job. And the quarterback we're going to mention this list, a guy we've mentioned before, Tyler Rogers. Tyler's got a great skill set. He's got a cannon for an arm. Isn't really seeing as many offers as you would think.
Just South Dakota State and Air Force are his only offers. I think with a big season, he'll get some more offers. Utah State, and San Jose State are very interested in him.
Let's go to the defensive side of the football. We don't talk about them nearly as much. Trevor Osborne out of Northwest Christian. He's been hitting everyone through the state of Arizona, but isn't getting as many hits coming his way from an offer standpoint.
Shocked that Osborne doesn't have more offers right now. Western Illinois is his only offer. Also hearing from some Ivy League schools. Two-time All-State safety, big hitter, 6'2" and almost 200 pounds. Could be an outside linebacker later. Being recruited also as a safety or even as a wide receiver. Northern Arizona has interest in him as a wide receiver.
And the last player we're going to mention, haven't heard much out of Camelback High School in a while, but they have one kid, Antonio Zepeda, a big tight end, also being recruited on the defensive side of the football, that has people starting to pay attention to Camelback a little bit.
I couldn't tell you the last Division I player that's come out of Camelback High, but Zepeda already has offers from NAU and Montana. Big, versatile kid, 6'5", 235 pounds plus, has offers as a tight end and as a defensive lineman. Northern Arizona, he camped there. They like his abilities as a defensive tackle. So a kid also with a 3.7 GPA, those kids get recruited. Big kids that are athletic, good grades, they get recruited.
Now, this is just a short list of some of the untapped resources around the state. Jason, you have a few more you could just rattle off the top of your head?
Handful of kids I can think of. Hayden Johnson, offensive tackle at Centennial High School. Tyler Shank, offensive guard at Chandler High. Love Trayvon White's ability at Mountain Point High School. He's a corner. Potential players not getting recruited right now as highly, but I think we'll get offers before it's all said and done.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Recruiting Roundup. We're going to have a lot more of these untapped resources presented your way as the season rolls along. But for this edition, my name is Jared Cohen. This is Jason Jewell for pros2preps.com.